Good morning children, welcome to today's class. We have already started the chapter Basic Geometrical Ideas. The few topics we have completed. Coming to our next topic, Quadrilaterals. Previously we have done the topic Triangle. In triangle we have seen that it is having 3 corners, 3 sides, 3 angles, 3 vertices. Here we are going to start our next topic Quadrilaterals. As in triangle, here we are having 4 sides, 4 corners, 4 vertices like that. So, a 4-sided polygon is a quadrilateral. A 4-sided polygon. Polygon means having sides. Is a quadrilateral. So, it has 4 sides and 4 angles. Like in this figure you can see. It is having 4 sides. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 sides it is having and also angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 angles is corners. At the corner it will be forming angles. So you can say 4 vertices also and angles also. So 4 vertices are there and 4 angles are also there. So this quadrilateral, names we have given it A, B, C, D. So this quadrilateral ABCD. The name is given to it is ABCD. And this ABCD will have the naming in the cyclic order. Cyclic order means in line. Like ABCD is coming regularly in the alphabets. So ABCD. If you are using PQRS, it will be in line. Or else LMN, O or KLMN, like that. In cyclic order only we will be having. So this quadrilateral ABCD has 4 sides. So what are the 4 sides? And side means it is having the perfect length, means it is a line segment. So this is one line segment, 2, 3 and 4. 4 line segments means sides it is. So what are the names of those sides? So it is side AB, first side, second side BC, third side CD and fourth side DA. DA only you will be writing because it is going in the cyclic order. Then 4 angles. 4 angles, these are the forming angles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 angles are forming. So angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. These vertices are in cyclic order. Means in cycle, like these vertices A, B, C, D are in cyclic order, means in order. In A, B, C, D they are coming together. So these vertices are in cyclic manner. Now, what are the opposite sides or adjacent side? What is the meaning of adjacent? All this we are going to see here. Opposite. Opposite everyone know. Opposite in English language and Hindi language everyone know. Now here we are going to take the opposite angles or vertices you can say or sides we are taking. Like AB. AB opposite to it. Just in front of that. AB and in front of that coming CD. So AB and CD. They are the opposite sides. If you are taking the other BC, opposite to that is AD. So BC and AD or DA, they are coming the opposite sides. Now angles, opposite angles. So first alphabet is A, opposite to it is C. So angle A and angle C, they are opposite angles. Angle A and angle C, they are opposite angles. Next alphabet is B. So angle B, opposite is D. So angle B and angle D are opposite angles. Now adjacent. What is the meaning of this adjacent? Adjacent means coming one after the other. Means A after that coming B or B after that coming C. So they are called as adjacent. So if you are taking the first side, AB is the first side, coming next to that. Next to that is BC. So these two are adjacent. Coming one after the other is called adjacent. So AB, first side, coming next to it is BC. So AB and BC are adjacent sides. Taking the next CD and next to it DA. So CD and DA. CD and DA are adjacent sides. Now taking the angles. First angle is A. Coming next is B. So angle A and angle B are adjacent angles. Taking the next C. Coming to next is D. So angle C and angle D. Angle C and angle D are adjacent angles. So these are all opposite sides, opposite angles, adjacent sides and adjacent angles. So this completed all the definitions and the properties and different opposite and adjacent sides and angles. So this quadrilateral is clear. Now coming to the exercise of this quadrilaterals, exercise 4.5. First question is given. Take the rough figure of quadrilateral. PQRS name, it is given in the question itself. You have to take PQRS for quadrilateral. We have taken this one quadrilateral in any order. You can take a square, you can take rectangle, any four-sided figure, that is polygon you have to take. I have taken in this manner. PQRS should be in cyclic order. Cyclic order I have told you, coming one after the other. So this is in cyclic order PQRS. Now it is asked in the question that draw the diagonals. Now what is the diagonal? Diagonal is a line segment joining opposite vertices. Means if I am taking P, opposite to it is R, and if I am taking Q, opposite to it is S. So I have to join these two points, or you can say vertices. So P to R. I have to join this line. This is one diagonal, and Q to S. These two I have to join. These are the two diagonals. Now it is asked in the question, when you join these two diagonals, it is crossing at one point. So this meeting point is coming in the interior or else in the exterior. That is asked in the question. Definitely, if you are taking two diagonals and the diagonals are meeting, it will be in the interior only. It will not come in the exterior. So you have to write one sentence here. The two diagonals of a quadrilateral will meet each other in the interior. Interior of the quadrilateral. You can take the name of it because name is given in the question of the quadrilateral PQRS. The two diagonals of a quadrilateral will meet definitely each other in the interior of the quadrilateral. It will not meet at the exterior. It will meet in the interior of that quadrilateral. A name is given in the question, so we have written the name PQRS. So this first question is clear. Second question, the name of the figure is given, and that is also the rough figure. In any way you can take square, rectangle or rhombus. Any quadrilateral means a four-sided figure you have to take. I have taken this kind of figure, and definitely you have to keep in mind that the alphabets what you are using should be in the cyclic order. K, L, M, N in the cyclic order we have taken here. Now you have to write down the two pairs of opposite sides. Sides means it will be the line segment, and definitely like this. You have to write line segments over that. You have to draw one line. That is the symbol of line segment. How to write? We have seen in the starting of this chapter. Here also we have written. So two pairs of opposite sides. Starting from K. So KL is the first line segment. So write down KL. This is the first side, and its opposite to it means just in front of that is starting from M to N. M N. This is first pair. Second, LM. LM and LM. And opposite to it is NK. These are the two pairs of the opposite sides. Now second part, two pairs of opposite angles. Starting from K, its opposite is M. So angle K and its opposite is angle M. Next point, vertices or vertex or the point or angle. Next angle is L and its opposite is N. So angle N. So these are the two pair of opposite angles. Now coming third part, two pair of adjacent sides. Adjacent means coming one after each other. So starting from KL, this is the first side. Adjacent to it, just next to it is LM. And the next pair, LM already we have taken. If you want, you can take this. The next one we are taking MN and next adjacent to it is NK. This is the adjacent side. Coming to the next part, adjacent angles. Now angle, just like this angle you have to write, but the adjacent one. Starting from K, next to that is K, after that L, so angle L. Now taking the next one, angle M, and next to it is N, so angle N. So this completed question number 2. All the opposite sides, angles, adjacent sides, adjacent angle, all completed. So this completes 4.5. Third question, an investigate question is given. No need to write that. So here it completes exercise 4.5. Coming to the next topic, circle. Circle, everyone know. The bangle what we are wearing, that is circle in the shape. Chapati what we are eating, that is circle in the shape. Coin is circle in the shape. So that is circle. Everyone is knowing from very childhood you are studying this in class 3 onwards. Class 1 also we have seen the shapes and all. So this is the circle. Circle means we will have one center point. So here O is the center and through that center we are keeping the pin point at the center and keeping the pencil fixed in the rounder. It is called as rounder. Generally the people is calling it as a divider. It is not the divider, it is rounder. So we are having one pin point in that and one place of fixing the pencil in that. So we are keeping the pin point at this center point, that is O, and the pencil we are keeping at little far away and we are just making a round of that. That is called as a circle. So a circle is the path of a point moving at the same distance from a fixed point. That will have the fixed distance from the center. Each point on the circle will have the same distance from the center point. Circle is the path of a point moving at the same distance from a fixed point. Okay? This is called as a circle. So here this is the center. So the fixed point which we are having at the center, it is called as the center, and the little far away what we are keeping, the pencil, that is called as a radius. The fixed distance through which we are moving that pencil, it is called as the radius. So this is the radius, little far away what we are keeping the pencil. This is called as a radius. Now, what is the circumference? Circumference means the fixed distance around the circle is called the circumference. Means if we are keeping our pencil at one point, suppose we are keeping the pencil at this point, or else we are keeping the point at pencil at this point, suppose it is A. Moving all around and again coming back to A. Starting from this A, moving all around and coming back to this A, this covering the whole around the circle, that is called as the circumference, or the fixed distance around the circle is called the circumference. The fixed distance around the circle, around, this is the whole round. So this is called as a circumference. Now the chord. What is this chord? Chord means a line segment joining any 2 points on the circle. Wherever you take this point, any of the 2 points on the circle and joining them, line segment, that is called as a chord. Like here I have drawn the figure, circle. Then take any 2 points on the circle A and B and join those 2 points. That is A and B. This is called as a chord. A line segment joining any 2 points on the circle is called as a chord. Here AB is the chord. And if that chord is passing through the center, here O is the center. If that chord is passing through the center, and the 2 points is on the circle, then that chord is called as the diameter. And diameter is the longest chord of the circle. It is the longest. And the other 2 points, if you are taking here, it will be little smaller than that. If you are taking here, it will be more smaller. So diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Here, diameter is a chord passing through the center of the circle. It is the longest chord of the circle and it is double of radius. Radius you have seen here, and if it is on the one side, if you will draw on the other side also, it will become double. So diameter is the double of radius. It is double of radius. Here you can see PQ. P and Q are the 2 points on the circle and passing through the center O. So it is called as a diameter and it is also the chord. So it is double of radius and it is the longest chord of the circle. Now comes the segment. What is this segment? Here you have seen the chord. Chord means any 2 points on the circle and joining those 2 points is the chord. The shaded part or the portion of covered within this. Here I have done the shaded part. Here I have done this shaded part. This is called as the segment. A segment is a region which is covered in that interior of the circle. Interior of the circle covered by this chord and the arc of the circle. This is the arc of the circle and this is the chord. So the interior part covered by the arc and the chord. This is the chord and this is the arc. So the region covered by that is called as a segment. A segment is the region in the interior of the circle enclosed by an arc and a chord. Next topic, sector. Coming to the next topic, sector. Now what is this sector? Like here we have taken the segment. It is the region covered by the interior of the chord and the arc of the circle. So this is the arc and this is the chord. The segment is the region covered by that. Now sector is the angle formed by the 2 radius. The plural of the radius is radii. And now this plural and all you are studying in English language. Plural of radius is radii. So angle formed by 2 radius, or the plural form is radii, angle formed by that, and the arc, the region covered by that is called as the sector. Now see here what is written. It is the region in the interior of the circle enclosed by an arc on one side and a pair of radii on the other two sides. This is the one side arc and the other side the two radius or the radii on the other side. The region covered by that, it is called as the sector. Means angle and other side arc, the segment or the region covered by that is called as the sector. Next topic, semicircle. Semi means half. Circle everyone know. Semi means half. So half of the circle is called semicircle. The diameter of a circle divides it into two semicircles. Means like here, circle already we have seen. Circle we have already seen. And radius you know. Diameter is double of radius. So semicircle. Here we have written diameter of a circle divides it into two semicircle. So suppose it is a diameter and this is half of the circle, this is the center, this is one side radius, this is other side radius, and this full is the diameter. Suppose we are giving the name A, B. So this is half of the circle. This is called as a semicircle. Again repeating all these topics. Circle. Circle everyone is knowing. So all this. Circle is the path of a point moving at the same distance from a fixed point. This is the fixed point known as the center, and keeping a fixed point means through that point you are keeping the pencil on your rounder, or it is also called as compass. You are keeping the fixed distance on your compass and through that you are moving your pencil to draw a circle. So this is the fixed point. This is the fixed point and this is the fixed distance. Fixed distance is called radius and the fixed point is called the center. And the thing what you are drawing through that, it is called as a circle. Now circumference. As I have explained you, if you are keeping your pencil at one point and start moving on the circle and covering the whole, moving back and coming back to that point. Starting from this point, covering the whole and coming back to that same point. That is called as the circumference. The fixed distance around the circle is called the circumference. Chord. Chord means the 2 points on the circle. 2 points on the circle and drawing the line through that. 2 points on the circle. On the circle and joining those 2 points. That line is called the chord. A line segment joining any 2 points on the circle is called as a chord. Like in this figure, A and B are the 2 points and the line segment joining A, B is called as the chord. Diameter. Diameter is the chord passing through the center. Suppose that chord, if it is passing through the center, it is called as a diameter. And it is the longest chord of the circle. And also it is the double of radius. Like suppose here in this figure we have seen O is the center and P and Q are the 2 points on the circle, and therefore it is called chord. And since it is passing through the center, it is called as a diameter, and also it is the double of radius. Next, segment. Segment means in this chord, if you are taking the region covered by an arc and the chord. This is the chord and this is the arc. The region covered by the shaded part. Like here I have drawn the shaded part, or you are calling it as region. So a segment is the region in the interior of the circle enclosed by an arc and a chord. This is called as the arc and this is the chord. So the region covered by that, it is called as a segment. Sector, it is the region in the interior. It is the region in the interior of arc. This is the arc and 2 radius. 2 radius plural is radii. So these are the 2 radius or radii and this is the arc. So the region covered by that is called as a sector. And semicircle, that is half of the circle. So passing through the center, two radius will be there and half of the circle is called as the semicircle. So diameter divides that circle into two half of parts. So diameter of a circle divides it into two semicircle. Here completes all the topics of the circle. The exercise based on this circle we will be doing in the next class. Here it completes. Up to this topic you have to complete every topic, definitions, all the exercise and homework in your maths fair copy. Complete up to here. One last exercise is left out that we will be covering in our next class. So completed up to here. Exercise we will be doing in the next class.
हो येणारे भाई बोल